crime films often depict criminals as reluctant anti-heroes, and, for better or worse, here are 10 movies in which the bad guys get away. 1. Anton Chigurh, No Country for Old Men. Evil cannot be chained or destroyed, just as this crime drama from the Coen brothers suggests. When psychopathic hitman Anton Chigurh arrives to recover the lost cash of a drug deal gone awry, Sheriff Ed Tom Bell observes his peaceful county descend into violent chaos that he is helpless to control. Chigurh leaves a blighted and bloody trail behind him, eluding the authorities who trace his movements from one massacre to the next. He is as visceral and untouchable to them as a nightmare. To everyone except Danny Ocean, Ocean's 11. Few other scenes of criminal victory are as memorable as the gang from Ocean's 11 watching the famous fountains of the Bellagio, which is one of the casinos that they just robbed, as an irresistible smile spreads across their faces. The leader of the group, Danny Ocean, is not so lucky. He also succeeds in the heist but is arrested and jailed on the basis that being in Las Vegas is a violation of his parole. 3. Hannibal Lecter, The Silence of the Lambs. Hannibal Lecter may not be the central villain of The Silence of the Lambs, functioning more like a friendly nemesis to FBI investigator Clarice Starling, but he nonetheless goes on a flesh-eating crime spree and gets away with it. Lecter possesses the divination skills of a devil, always right with answers, and it's this omniscience that casts a dark shadow over the Starling's movements. There is a creeping feeling as the plot progresses that whether Lecter will escape is not a matter of if but a matter of when. His maniacal charm has a nefarious purpose other than psychoanalyzing Starling, setting in motion the events that lead to his freedom. 4. Ichi the Killer. Explicit content warning: the graphic scenes of torture, abuse, and gang violence would make comparable American movies blush. For those who like hyperbolic ultra-violence, then, this Japanese Yakuza crime drama adapted from the manga of the same name has plenty of blood to flush your eyes out. Despite its mature themes, the movie has a sense of humor. It follows rivaling Yakuza factions who are engaged in a gang war that eventually unravels, as a mentally unstable, sexually frustrated, and seemingly invincible teen named Ichi starts terrorizing them. Ichi first appears as an empathetic anti-hero, but his kill count and affinity for dismembering his victims are irredeemable. Not even Tokyo's most formidable Yakuza can put him down, so, as you may have guessed, Ichi survives the carnage. 5. Jules Winfield, Pulp Fiction. While Jules may be a more sympathetic and philosophical hitman than his partner in crime Vincent, the fact of the matter is he still empties 9mm clips into people's chests for a living. No character survives Pulp Fiction's non-linear interlocking narrative unscathed. Jules walks away with his life and his dignity, which is more than most characters can say, but he becomes the prisoner of an existential crisis that leaves his fate as a career criminal in question. 6. Kaiser Soze, The Usual Suspects. One of the most famous crime thrillers from the 1990s, The Usual Suspects has become a model for other movies in the genre and the subject of parodies. Its criminal mastermind, Kaiser Soze, is now part of the popular culture consciousness. Allusions to Soze are so prevalent because of his plot-twisting deceptiveness. The movie consists of him sitting in an interrogation room testifying to a crime he is responsible for orchestrating, but fabricating details of the crime that confuse his interrogator and exculpates him. Only after he is free to leave police custody does he drop his innocent persona, revealing himself to the audience that he is indeed the man the cops are after. 7. Noah Cross, Chinatown. Jack Nicholson stars as private investigator Jack Gitz, who traces a puzzling trail to uncover a scheme of white-collar crime. The father of the woman who hires Gitz, Noah Cross, is revealed as the wealthy real estate mogul who plans to divert water away from the city of Los Angeles to develop his own quarter of the city. When he confesses his crime to Gitz, they are in the criminally ravaged neighborhood of Chinatown, where Cross has the protection of corrupt police officers.